Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. Tonight I'm going to go over a couple things. The first thing I'm going to go over is um, the online predators over at Telegram. Now, I spent a little bit of time today having a rather interesting discussion with the folks over there, and they just don't seem to understand that they are uh, sporting pedophilia. And this is, I'm trying to bring something up that I found, or that is pertinent to this part of the discussion. But I want to see if something is still on here. There's something I'm going to bring in the room in the meantime um, to cover um, on a slightly different subject until I get coordinated here. So bear with me a minute. And shoot, this is probably on. Um, Let me see if this is on. Okay, yeah, we're all set. I just wanted to make sure. I'm gonna bring. I gotta get it. I gotta get everything organized here because I was in the middle of uh, producing, as is usual the case. I was caught in post and I am behind schedule. As seems to be always the case when I do these things. Uh, and a busy day today. This nonsense with the predators over on Telegram was one of them. Let me see. And this is going to be a Chrome tab. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Okay. There was what you could call breaking news in the um, Neely Blanchard case. And I gotta see if I can bring this up to where it's readable. Um, okay, let me. Yep, I gotta back it out just a little. Okay, basically what has happened is a short while back, the um, defense counsel for um, Neely Blanchard wanted to give the uh, expert on mental health a bit of a raise. They were seeking $5,000 at a rate of $250 an hour for this mental expert. Counsel previously thought appointment of this expert with a cap of $2,500. The court appointed the expert on October 28, 2021, but the order did not include the amount authorized or the hourly rate for the expert. JAC objects to the requested increase in the hourly rate for this expert. Based on past billing, um, okay, for some reason, oh, I see what's happened. Okay, here we go. I'm having a bit of technical difficulties here. Um, but as I've been reading, I got down to based on the recent billing submissions, this expert has typically been compensated at a rate of $150 an hour. And it goes on and on and on. And JAC objects to any compensation rate in excess of established rates, and it goes out into initial review of records, 125 an hour. In court testimony, same. Deposition time, same. Waiting to testify, $60 an hour. Travel time, $50 an hour. And so the JAC is objecting to any rate in excess of $150 an hour. Counsel has the burden to establish the particularized need for the requested expert, blah, 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 blah. And it goes down through all the reason for these requests. And counsel is seeking a sanity evaluation in this manner. Due process requires a defendant to receive the services of a competent expert than a preeminent expert. For this type of evaluation, JAC anticipates that the defense can obtain services from a competent expert within or closer to the rates established by law. And it goes on to show different cases where experts have been paid at this $150 an hour rate. Nice line of work to be in, by the way. With one exception, recent payments to this expert has been at the rate of $150 an hour rather than the $250 an hour rate requested by the judge, and so on and so forth. And we get down to the second and the JAC requests that this matter be set for hearing, wherefore the JAC requests this court, should it grant the defendant's motion, also include in its order specific due process service authorized as well as hourly or per unit rates and maximum fees authorized, and that the provider be paid in accordance with the rates, terms, and conditions set forth by Florida statutes and the JAC contract policies and procedures. And so it looks like there's probably going to be a hearing to determine whether or not the defense is going to be allowed to be paid this amount of money. And so as the updates, Justice Administrative Commission out of Tallahassee, it's a state agency that sets the rates for things like expert witnesses in these trials. And so that's basically what's happening here. Now let me go ahead and get rid of this, and I'm going to go over and see if I can locate a file that I originally was going to start with. You're welcome, Rippler. Because the file I originally had was on my phone that I use while traveling, and it didn't get transferred over to this computer in time for the production, but I have a copy of it somewhere here, and I just gotta find it. Okay, I found the file. Now I gotta transfer it. Okay. Get this out of the way. Come on. There, that's out of my way. Oops, no, that's not going to work. I gotta go up here. And unfortunately, with everything that's been going on today, I got caught a little bit off schedule. I thought I had this ready to go, and apparently I didn't. Oh, where the heck is the... Yeah. Oh, there we go. If I get an error, I'll know why. Yep, I'm in the wrong place. So I gotta go up here. It's gonna be on my screen for a while. Now, while I was having a discussion over on the international terrorism group, this little gem popped up. And when I got this, I had a bit of confusion because I did not know what CP videos were, and I was quickly reminded of what the CP videos were. Now, I'll be right back. I got to take care of something, and you can sit there and chew on this slide for just a minute. Well, this is from an individual. If you look up at the top, it's R space JA. And that individual sent that to me by private message, smack in the middle of my discussion with Alexandra, and do not ask me to even try and pronounce her last name, otherwise known as Infiltrated for Truth, by Truth, or whatever truth, which she's not. Well, it's in truckers' term, it's known as 10100, so I'll let you chew on that one. But anyway, she sent this was sent right in the middle of the chat. And of course, it means that somebody wants child porn videos. Now, how did this person seem to think that I would have these videos? Well, it's obvious because they have been hashtagging my name as a pedophile and so forth on Telegram and on BitChute. So that means that all these pedophiles out there that are part of their network are going to think that, you know, perhaps I would be the source of videos. Now, this is a form of incitement, and this is the exact same thing that was done with the video, or with the fake chats that the member of 4chan posted. And it's this kind of thing that is resulting from these message bases. And this is creating a bit of a problem because, as any of you know, pedophiles aren't looked at very well. And since I am accused of being a pedophile on a daily basis by these people, there is the distinct possibility that one of these vigilantes is going to take the law in his own hands, and you will not be seeing me on this channel anymore because I'm going to be somewhere pushing daisies. And they do not seem to care. These people have no conscience, they have no soul, and they certainly don't believe in the Bible. because they are knowingly inciting violence with this sort of thing. And they don't seem to understand that if something happened to me along those lines, that they would be criminally liable for this action. And, you know, and then they whine and cry when I all right, I lost track here. If I were to meet with an untimely end, they don't seem to care. Matter of fact, they'd probably have a party. But, you know, the thing of it is they don't seem to realize that the state of Florida is about to legislate open carry, much like it's being done in other states like Texas. And we also have the stand your ground law and the castle doctrine. So if anybody even looks at me cross-eyed, I have the legal right to stand my ground. And, you know, the Second Amendment and all that, which the gun-happy people seem to want, and they're going to get their wish. So I would suggest that these people stay away from me. And the thing of it is they seem to pick places where pedophiles hang out. And the Telegram is known as a haven for pedophiles. And I'm in the process of finding something. Now I'm going to see if I can bring this one article in. And this is entitled. Let me get rid of this. Oops, wrong window. Okay, I don't know if you're able to read this or not. Jeez, almost so many pictures of me get in there. But it's a well-known fact that, alright, I see what I did wrong. Excuse me, I'm having a production problem here. There we go. But let me get down to the story. After the authorities cracked down on the dark rim, criminals started their activities on encrypted apps, Telegram, and Discord. Accordingly to an investigation by International Broadcasting Radios, pictures of child abuse and stolen financial data is shared via these apps. And the problem here is that these media platforms like Telegram are now the new havens for pedophiles. And it comes as no surprise that the very reason for this is because Telegram is owned by people from the country of Dubai. And we all know what goes on over in Dubai when it comes to children. And so, you know, Infiltrated and these other people are have migrated to these sites rather conveniently. The same thing is going on at BitChute, although not quite as prolific. But we have this over here, which is getting involved in once again pointing out how services like Telegram to transfer all this pedophile information. And so what seems to be happening here is more than likely that the PPTF may be involved in pedophilia and child trafficking. And that the reason they're coming after people in this particular channel is to deflect away from their guilt. They seem to go out of their way to accuse me of these things, and yet okay, I'm just... Wow, this is finally working. Ooh, blank. For some reason, everything's blank. But, they use this particular channel, and for some reason, I'm not able to bring up the videos. Because it's nothing but blanks there. Oh, Lewis Berry. Danube went away. And guess what, Lewis? Infiltrated by Truth, who is one of the supporters of Tim Holmes says that you are an impersonator, that you are not affiliated with them, part of them, authorized to speak on their behalf, or any of that. So basically, Lewis, what you are, according to the PPTF and Infiltrated by Truth, is a fraud. Now, that's what I figured. So, anyone that sees this Lewis Berry, be noted that none of the PPTF people support him. He's a fraud. Probably a wannabe troll who just shows up, and he's basically not worth the time of day. He basically was disavowed by Tim Holmseth through Infiltrated by Truth. Well, there's no telling who this Lewis Berry is. He is basically someone that nobody wants. They don't want him in the high command PPTF. They don't want him over on Telegram. He just wanders around trying to get wanted somewhere, and nobody wants anything to do with him. And, in a room with so few people in it, these people just show up, call me names, and basically are useless. Instead of doing something, Lewis Berry really should go out and get drunk and get laid. But probably can't do that. He probably, number one, the particular piece of equipment to do that with probably doesn't even work. And, he's just useless. But, it seems rather interesting that Alexandra, which is her name, she has a. And one thing that I was sent, and I got to see if I can find it. I'm not going to share it into the room, but I'm going to read some excerpts. And this has to do with the business she owns. And, it's apparently she's not very popular, or her company's not. Lewis Berry says he doesn't get drunk. And how do we know that, Lewis? All we see is a name of a predator on my account. You can't prove anything you say, Lewis. You're just a poor little lonely old troll who can't get any attention elsewhere, so you come over here and try to get a little bit of attention, which you so desperately need. And, what can I say? Okay, Wine Jet Reviews, or WEI. The name of this company is WEINJECT. And, while there are some, it's funny that on one database, it's all, it's all praise and glory and like that. But let me see if I can find the other. And this is not going to allow me to do it. I'm going to have to log out and come back in again. No, and interesting. All right, let me. Hi, Wayne. Welcome. Trying to find. Okay, here we go. This is on. Okay, one of the comments that was given about this company is I have a paid membership and I am not able to practice or have any hands-on. They will not open. Do your research before applying. I have received nothing. I was told I would, and they are not very professional. Other training facilities are open, and we just told excuse. Another one from Kelly L. Company is holding mine as well as many others' memberships hostage. And another one by Ashley Tomasina. What is promised from the course is not provided. Toxic environment where a continuous cycle of love bombing and gaslighting to play members against each other. Another one by Oli Space K. I have no choice but to conceal my identity under a false name because I have already prepaid for some treatments. My experience with WineJect is that the injectors are inexperienced, not the instructors. The injectors who are learning almost seem as they have no cosmetic injection experience whatsoever. The manager, forgot what her name was, is very greedy and will overcharge you. Now, I know now many people do not read reviews, so I'll get to the point. I definitely don't recommend this clinic. My friends, simply ask yourself if the mediocre result is worth the exact same price as an experienced injector, because ultimately the big bill woman will find a way to overcharge you anyway. P.S. I already know you will respond, big bill lady, and say that We Inject doesn't operate for project. But that would be a huge lie. Obviously, even in a learning environment, there is profit tied in. So please save your pathetic response, linebacker. And it goes on and on and on. The negative comments outweigh the positive ones, and it's hard to say, who is the actual legitimate commenters on these things, but it is there for everybody to read. It just seems that these most recent comments that are showing up, what it is some kind of a school to teach you how to give Botox injections. And I'm going to try and bring up. Okay. The leading community and training program for skincare in North America. Inject proprietary training is built around the philosophy of ongoing and endless practicum, or hands-on practice in a controlled environment, and it just gives glorification. So in a sense, it's a school. The thing of it is this Infiltrated by Truth owns this company, and it is a membership company. You have to purchase a membership, and I understand that there is a $5,200 fee, and additional info will be emailed to me. So it costs $5,200 to get involved in this school located in Etobicoke, Ontario, Canada. And let me see. So, not much information. It's interesting how whose name is not shown up in any of this stuff. But it's if this woman operates her business the way she operates herself on Telegram, it's not saying very much about the company. I think she needs to pay more attention to her company and less attention to Telegram. But, these people have got her so brainwashed that she doesn't seem to care about her business. But, that's the way it is. But there's, you can go all over the place on the various rating sites, and there's kind of mixed reviews. And why am I getting this? Wrong phone. It's yes, IBT owns the company. Her first name is Alexandra. She's a Greek Canadian. I don't know if she's a citizen of Canada or in on a visa of some kind, but she states that she is Greek and she's an expert on the mafia, and so that's why she thinks I'm part of the mafia. Real piece of work. And they've been doing the usual crap. They've got pictures of my house up on Telegram again. which is not. Um, oh, this just popped up. Mert is live talking about Lynn Wood versus Timothy Holmseth. Leanne Kruger is in the chat. And I haven't talked about Lynn Wood yet. So that's kind of an interesting comment that was made over there. See, they love this channel. They tune in every night. Every time I come on the air, they read my Twitter account. They read everything. They're obsessed with me. And yet they whine and cry and have temper tantrums, and I go over and respond to them on their channels or discuss their practices over there. Because I'm not sure who did one of the last posts that was put up by Infiltrated by Truth is a picture of a clown, and the caption reads, "Hey Timmy, when you bend over to pick up the soap, I'll be waiting." And it's got a picture of a clown. Now, I don't know who did that. I remember seeing it, but I don't know who did it. And she hasn't bothered to explain it. And, you know, they put up this thing about E-Claus and Chris Hallett, and it has a number of pictures. It's got a 50-year-old picture of the trustee of Tim Holmseth's website. It's got a picture of Chris Hallett with Neely Blanchard. Well, they kind of rotate around. You know, they say I'm in the finders. I look like this Whitey Bulger guy is one of the later ones. I look like the bridge guy in the Delphi murder cases, and on and on and on and on. I mean, I have become the single most important person on the internet, according to these people, because they keep building up my reputation. I'm supposed to be an agent for the FBI. I'm supposed to be an agent for the CIA. As a matter of fact, in one of their statements, they said I was the head of the CIA. So I missed all the congressional hearings and all that, and still haven't got a paycheck from CIA. I mean, people got to wake up over there. Hey, CIA people, start paying me my pay. You know, I got things to do, people to see, places to go, and I can use my pay. You know, this is the boss. Blah blah blah. Phew. Boy, they need clients. They go, wholesale prices for Canada's top injectables. We need clients for our advanced nurses. Work hard, train hard. So I guess, you know, you get what you pay for, I guess. Truth Punisher is not part of the PPTF? Well, that's 0 for 2. Let's see. Now, why is Infiltrated by Truth doing all this if she's not part of you people? You know, I just corrected the record. I'm only going by what Infiltrated for Truth, or by Truth, Alexandra, is expressing over there. I mean, she's defending you guys. To you, you know, she worships you, Task Force. So, if Truth Punisher, I'm going to put this up here because she likes to watch. And so there you are. I'm correcting the record for you, Task Force. Matter of fact, I'm going to type to her right now. Okay, there you are, infiltrated. I just put it up for you. Over there on Telegram. Infiltrated, this. No, I do not. I do not work for an airline. I'm on Social Security. No, I have not had direct contact with Lynn Wood except for one time when I informed him, and this was over 3 years ago. Lynn Wood. No, I have not had direct contact with Lynn Wood. I thought you were talking about Craig Sawyer. I have not communicated with Lynn Wood. I don't even think. I was spotted at the airport and I was in uniform. Really? I'd like to see a picture of this. But of course you're probably, oh, I forgot to take a picture of Murd at the airport in uniform. I like how you just come up with the stuff out of thin air, task force, with absolutely no proof. This goes up there with this Whitey Bulger crap and the Finders crap and the crap. So where is the picture of me in uniform at the airport, and which airport, and what was the date and time that you saw me in uniform at an airport? And what was my job description? You say I worked at the airport? What was my job description? Now, you have been telling me to go to work for Walmart. Are you mad that I, in your... Danube Island blew my spot up. Well, Dubay Island doesn't exist anymore. So. And Dubai Island doesn't like you, task force. So, you're talking about somebody that hates your guts. Because not everything that Dubai Island said was made public. So. But, I didn't think that task force would be able to resist coming in here. I mean, she's got to butt in. I mean, she's an abject failure with the whatever you want to call that channel over there. So, nothing surprises me at all about that. Yeah, of course, yeah, you know who Danube is. She hated Levi. As far as I know, she still hates him. But, Joker, I know who you are. Huh. Oh my goodness. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, what are you going to do? Send one of your vigilantes out there to execute them? Things are shaping up to be fun tonight. We're off to a good start this hour. And I'm going to keep Telegram up and ready to go here in case somebody shows up. But so far, no reaction by the PPT or by infiltrated. Matter of fact, I'll put it over on Pentagon Pedophile Task Force so they're aware of it. And there you go. Over on the other Telegram, I put this up. So it's a matter of record. Well, I thought I did too, and it turned out I was wrong. So, and if I knew the uh, identity of Agent 19, I'm not going to tell you that. And yes, we are on good standing. Um, you know, so I don't know what your problem is. Yeah, I'm quite aware of that. He was arrested for obstructing a justice and resisting arrest, and I believe he immediately bailed out. So he can use that as part of his broadcast. Yeah, see that's the interesting thing there, Toxic. I mean, Timothy Holmseth, Randy Erickson, and all these other people are supposed to be real tight with the former president of the United States, yet they can't find out any information. They actually had to go on the internet and beg people to tell them who uh, Deep State Dave is. And they already know who Deep State Dave is because they created the account. It was made as a fake account so that it would be used to instill fake drama, give something for these people to whine about. Yeah, of course. And we all know who she was. Um, and she basically, boy, there's some really brainwashed people out there. Yeah, all you did, you just admitted to cyber stalking task force. Putting my safety and security at risk. But the good thing is that number one, Florida's about to become an open carry state. Number two, we have both the stand your ground law in this state and the castle doctrine. So if you come on private property, I can use my Second Amendment rights, and there is not a thing anybody can do about it because it's self-defense under Florida law. If you don't believe me, do your research. Well, I don't know why you loathe Agent 19, but that's your business. Oh, jeez. Well, since, I doubt Tim Holmseth is creating anything. I think he is being kept confined, and it's other people that are writing things and doing things under his name. All these accounts that you see with Timmy's name on it, the writing style is completely different. It's not at all like what Timmy used to write. So I have Tax Toxic Jelly is not American-controlled opposition. Oh, what nationality is he? Let's see. Infiltrated by Truth is Canadian, with Greek ancestry. So that's not American. That makes the PPTF an international terrorist group, cyber terrorist group. So that's, yeah, and once again, Task Force is avoiding questions. Task Force, even though she is working for a United States government agency, she's violating the law. Probably not, because she's not even in the state of Minnesota, or anywhere for that matter. Uh, Somebody told me that she's basically quit using her Facebook account, and so yeah, I know that there was something said a long time ago about the fact that the family's not allowing her to be with them and all this stuff. Boy, Infiltrated sure shut up in a hurry. I don't think she liked being disowned by the PPTF. Maybe Timmy will lose a supporter now because basically Infiltrated by Truth has been kicked to the curb. Gotta love it. I was waiting for that. Boy, you are really mentally ill to think that people are doing that, Task Force. I mean, that's really sick. I mean, what happened to you that caused you to start thinking of this stuff? I mean, are you that under the influence of drugs that you come up with this hallucination? That's the only thing I can figure is you are definitely, seriously, mentally ill. You are about as insane as I've ever seen anybody. But that's Task Force for you. I mean, the things that have been filtering to me about this woman, I mean, she has some really serious mental problems. And she's disowned by just about everyone that is around her. Soylent Green was a movie. And that's the thing. These, Timmy and all these people take all their material from movies. They watch all these movies and then they come up with this fiction to, we're back to attacking Levi again. Laurie gets provided her dog food from Planned Parenthood. Folks, this is the kind of people who proclaim that they believe in God and they believe in Jesus and they're Christian, and that they go around saying this kind of thing about someone they don't know and have never met. This is how disgusting these people are. And then they whine like little babies when, people challenge them. And try to get them to prove what they say, which they cannot do. But the task force, okay, task force, prove it. You say these things, but you're never able to prove them. This is what I don't understand. Where's the proof? Where's the statement? Where's the video? Come on there, task force. Of course you don't have the proof. But, task force is incapable of telling the truth. Yeah, I don't know how people can believe people like that. When you see this kind of nonsense that they put out, I mean, these people are not sane. I mean, there's people. Let's see, latest video. Um, just hit another one of these BS things. When attorney Lynn Wood, Lynn Wood now does not have the support of the PPTF, Tim Homseth. Headline, when attorney Lynn Wood isn't hijacking the Holy Spirit to ultra hyper promote the absolute righteousness of someone he associates with, e.g. dangerous Navy SEALs. He's declaring his ousted former gang member as the worst person in the world. When Wood brought a journalist onto the scene, and it turned out the journalist's girlfriend, according to the journalist himself, was appearing on his broadcast, was a vampire, a virtual vampire. Oh, God, I love this. Professor David Clements says Lynn Wood is implying he, Clements, is a pedophile and a nasty Freemason. Interesting how Lynn Wood's world is always full of monsters, and it's just fine for Wood to have those monsters around when they are a benefit to him. When he's done with them, he makes sure he accuses them first. Geez, that sounds exactly Bert, provide the call-in link for... Okay, why not? Oops. I don't know what happened there. Invite. Let's see. Okay, there is the call in. And have her. Okay, Lee, you have the link there if you would like to call in. But while I'm waiting on that, the PPTF has officially turned its back on Lynn Wood, just like they have turned their back on Flynn. So it's getting to be that Tim Homseth is running out of people to support. Well, let me go back and pull that up, Laurie. I guess now with fish people and lizard people, we have vampire people. And let me go down and try and find that. Yeah. I gotta turn this audio off. Okay, let me start here. Wood brought a journalist onto the scene, and it turned out the journalist's girlfriend, according to the journalist himself, who was appearing on his podcast, was a vampire, a literal vampire. Now, conveniently, the girlfriend was not identified, so we don't know who the girlfriend is. Maybe Timmy or whoever wrote this thing on the high command will let everybody know who the girlfriend is. So, okay, that's fine. What you do is if you call in, block your you just turn your camera off. You don't have to have your camera when doing that link. There's either a setting in the broadcast software, there's settings in your own software, or what you do is it a built-in webcam on your computer, or is it a separate webcam? Because what you can do, you can take a piece of tape or something and block your camera. Um, uh, but if there's, I understand about the kids and everything. The only problem is if the kids are talking or something, it's going to go through your mic. So if you're in a setting that's not private, you may not want to do that. Um, yeah, it's just yeah. If you use, uh, okay, here we go. We've got it. Well, that was I Love Timothy, and that kind of came and went in a heartbeat. So that didn't. See, that's it. The trolls, when they see the link go up, they decide they want to cause problems. Device is not contacted. Okay, I got devices not detected by somebody, but you have to have a microphone on at least. Let me see, because it's saying they will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them. And we've got nope, you're not coming in here. The trolls are trying to come in, and that ain't gonna work. Yeah, I'm getting a device that's not connected. I don't know how we can do this. But the trolls are coming in like they always do. Trying to anyway. And then, yeah, I'm not going to connect these people, so I don't even know why they try. Mm. I mean, that's probably why there's nothing going on over at Mert is taking calls. Yep, they did just what I thought they would. They've got, uh, yep, another troll. See, Pentagon Pedophile Task Force over on Telegram has put up the link that I put in here. And now, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. But it's yeah, that's interesting. That's how obsessed these people are with my channel. They sit there and they they call in and they put up these stupid things and then they go off. It's this is a form of gang stalking. Joker 37. What's happening is when she comes in, it's getting devices not connected. Um, so. But boy, one person we haven't heard from is infiltrated by truth. Boy, that shut her up in a heartbeat. Yes, the stream and the StreamYard or StreamYard. Let me do that again. I think I hit an extra key here. Okay, we're having problems again. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, I'm getting, let's see, what's this tell me? Yeah, I'm getting devices not connected, connected. Um, so I'm not sure what the trouble is. Okay, Telegram is putting up the I look like Whitey Bulger thing again. This is the kind of nonsense that they put up. And they think I'm scared of this or something. But, this is how obsessed they are. They're scared of me. There's something that I'm doing on the show that's got them batshit crazy, and they keep doing this stuff. And they do it over and over again. And they put this up. They put this up to let everybody know that I am taking calls on this channel. I guess see, this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt, these people don't give a damn about missing children. Oh, hello, Daniel Dylan. Glad to see you. I'm surprised you sent me money, but thank you. But, it's... Well, I appreciate the olive branch, Danube. I hope everything is going well with you. Task force is trying to stir things up again. So you know how that goes. That I don't know what we're going to do about this. Your page keeps coming in as device is not connected, so there's something that's not. All right, hold on. I got a private chat here. Let's see what's going on. I'm talking to her in private chat to see if I can figure this out. Excuse me, folks. Yeah, she's having trouble getting in. I don't know what the solution is. Michael, I am not sure if she's on Twitter or not. I do know that she does not like to give out her true identity, so, looks like old Willie had to put on some weight in order not to look exactly like this composite sketch. Damn, I'm trying to lose weight, not gain it. Jeez. Yeah, these people they're funny. They know absolutely nothing about anything, and it's funny to watch them over on Telegram try to come up with excuses as to why I don't like Wiley Bulger or whoever the fuck he was. The guy's dead. He's been dead for years. Oh, and they're soliciting money. Patriot News Outlet. Yeah, they're getting spammed again. What the hell's... Oh, yeah. They put up the caretaker letter again. I mean, they can't deal in facts. They got to deal in gaslighting. How's the jack? What the hell is the jack? That's funny. Have you noticed that? Okay, I got another message. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Do 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 do. 2% on that one. Okay, this is my business phone. Yeah, the battery's low on both my phones. What? Really not software, but okay. How's the Jack Daniel? I don't drink Jack Daniel. I don't really drink. Okay, well, they're getting spammed. There's 2 stamps that went up at the same time here. Let's see. Interesting. Oh, you guys have got me totally confused now. But, yeah, over on BitChute, they're really turning their backs on Lynn Wood. So that ship has sailed. I don't know what the solution is to this phone call problem. Well, that's the reason they cry like children, and that's the reason they create these fake accounts. Because they live for the drama, they get people to think that they're being targeted. I mean, Tim Holmseth claims that the former vice president of the United States tried to get him assassinated. And that it took 6 Navy SEALs to rescue him. Then he turns around and says something like, oh, there was a UPS guy dressed in a postal uniform driving a FedEx truck that tried to infiltrate my compound with a package, and I guess it was Marines or something that got him out of that one. Whitey Bulger was born in 1929. Well, that, if Timmy had done his research, he would have known that. I was born in 1950, and I'm 71 years old, so you do the math. But, you see, Tim Holmseth and this Pentagon Pedophile Task Force do not delve in facts. They delve in fantasy. I mean, Tim Holmseth has gone on the internet saying that, let's see, the latest one is there's vampires, there were fish people, there were reptile people, and I don't know, did I say fish people? But, he comes up with this weird stuff. Oh, yeah, I remember the video. I never laughed so hard in my life. Timmy got on one of his McDonald rants and was going, and he was going F this and F that. And he was mad because people were not believing him. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Infiltrated. They put up the prank call that was made to me by Monoxide. I find this interesting. Tim Holmseth claimed to have gotten all these calls where they used the White House number and all the numbers of these famous people. And this is the exact same kind of call that I got. I got a call from a guy who used to call himself Monoxide MMAC, and he used, in one he used Judge Judy, and another he used some Puerto Rican guy, and there were a total of 3 of these calls, and they're illegal. It's against the law to make these calls, and it's also against the law to record them, because this is the state of Florida, and Florida's a two-party state. So he basically is guilty of wiretapping. And, I was woken out of, this was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was woken out of a sound sleep, and I have a short temper anyway, so I went off on the guy. And, I had no idea back then. This is 10 years ago. This is back in, matter of fact, it's older than that. This is like 2008, 2009. And I'm guessing somebody was using audio from a video game. No, you got it wrong. To those people over at Telegram that are listening to this live stream, there used to be something known as a soundboard call. And what people would do is they would go in, and when they would take short clips like Judge Judy or Ronald Reagan or some other celebrity, and they would splice together to make it look like they were having a real conversation. And this was a thing years and years ago. These calls were made all the time, and it took me a while to figure it out, because as I said, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and this is interesting. What was this you just put up? Jesse CZERBOTAR, occult blood rituals in the spiritual war. Okay. Oh, she mentions TCH, so what can I say? No, that's wrong. It's a lie, by the way, Task Force. But, knock yourself out. Maybe you'll get money out of it, like it's all you're interested in. Not interested in saving children. You're just interested in gaslighting your critics. People that are pointing out the lies that you tell. So, boy, they sure are paying attention to this channel tonight. It's amazing. Beth is sending photo. Okay, whoever Beth is, she's sending a photo, so we'll see what comes up. No, I do not. I have never met either one of them. They're scared shitless to meet me. I don't know. This is the thing. I have never personally met or talked to either one of these two, and they have never personally met me or talked to me. Yet they say all these things about me on the internet. And that's how they operate. They do not care about the truth. But, of course, Tim claims that I have been in Delphi, Indiana. I haven't been there. Never been there. Even a driving career, I've never been there. Another. Various rumors going around that white hats are on Telegram. They need your support. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that's fine. I don't mind. It kind of helps get background as to what's going on here. And basically, the only reason Tim Holmseth is attacking me is because I supported Kim Pacazio's side in the feud that those two were having with each other. Uh, Basically, Tim wanted in on their efforts down in Putnam County, and Kim said no. And it's like Timmy was turned down for the prom by the beautiful cheerleader or something, and he retaliated. Uh, he uh, even sent letters to her minor children. Well, if Timmy steps foot in the state of Florida, he will be arrested on the spot, because there's a warrant out for his arrest in the state of Florida. Oh, they're supporting the East Grand Forks Police Department on Telegram. And who the hell is Kendra? Okay, I'll bite. You're on the air. No audio, but you're on the air. Okay, I don't understand. I've got Kendra M on here, and I'm getting no audio. I don't see what any of this has to do with missing children. You know, somebody in his age, and they're talking about Levi and his age and bio. I don't get what relevancy there is to that. Yeah. Kendra, you had devices not connected, and now you're back again. Oh wow. Not sure what's going on here. Yeah, we're not getting... Weird. Yeah, so far it's a big fat zero over there. Okay, I've got someone trying to call in, and it's not working. Let me see if this... No, that's... I don't know, it's... Well, he's dropped out of sight again, Redline. The only time he's shown up, I think there was an instance where he went down and was stalking. All right, let me try that. Maybe this was on my side. Check your audio. Yeah, let's... Yeah, Toxic, you can go ahead and call in and see if it works. I mean, I've got the person trying to call in on the screen, but it's not... I'm not sure what the problem is. They may have to refresh their... browser and come in again. And, yeah... If somebody calls in, maybe we can see what's going on here. Because it might be, I don't know, it might be my software. Because usually the trolls come in and say something for 5 seconds and leave, but they haven't said anything tonight, so. They just come in and leave before I can even hit the button, so. You know, that's... Okay, Jolly. Alright, Jolly, welcome.
Hey, I'm it.
Yeah,
You
yeah. It's working perfect.
you can hear me? Cool. All right. I'm not going to stay in chat. I was just checking it for you.
Alrighty, thank you
All
for
right.
the test cast. You have
No
a good one.
worries. You
Alrighty.
too.
Oh, Jolly turned out to be a she. All this time I thought it was a he. Oh well, you learn something new every day. So the system works, we know that. Yeah, so you sit there and you try to guess the gender of some of the people that come in. I didn't know Jolly was a she. It kind of surprised me. Not any recent sightings. Now the last images of Timmy, I think, was in January, uh, and that would be. Um, Now he went. Apparently, he claimed to have made a second trip to see Lynn Wood, and there's actual audio of him talking to the caretaker or whatever it is, running things down there or up there, and it wasn't successful. And he's been because Lynn Wood will not tell him who this trusted source is or uh, recognize him in any way, shape, or form. They have completely turned on him, and now they're giving him the Mert treatment, saying he's uh, hijacking the Holy Spirit and doing all kinds of evil things, and it's right along. Uh, okay. Um, Now, with me, it's because I defend Kim Picasio. Levi Page is a friend of Kim Picasio. He's known her longer than I have, and he's met with her and worked with her and so on and so forth. Glows lightly. It's because of the videos criticizing and uh, it's basically a pissing match between two sides. One side supports Timmy, one side doesn't support Timmy, one side supports me, one side doesn't support me. It's basically all it is one big pissing match. And uh, now infiltrateds had, from what I've read, issues with a number of people. I think there was an argument at one time with Butterfly Mama about something or other, and I'm not sure why he put that or she put that up, but okay. Um, but that's another thing. They require you to have a specific point of view. Okay, who the hell is the Jigsaw Man? Hold on a minute. Okay, Jigsaw Man.
Hello, Mert. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay, and I do not recognize the name.
This message is for Randy Erickson. The truth is the only thing at this point in time that will set you free. You keep telling all these lies, they're going to catch up. The only way you can get out of the mess that you are in is to start telling the truth. And you could start by telling the truth about Mert first. That's all I have to say.
All right, well, thanks for calling in, Jigsaw. That's really all I want is the truth. You shouldn't be blocked. The YouTube chat sometimes acts weird. I get every once in a while I'm getting messages from people saying that they cannot see their chat or nobody's getting their messages, and I'm not sure what the problem is. Now, I put up I don't know if you can see the screen, but I put up your post asking that question. Now, this show is on YouTube. Um, the the way I broadcast is I'm connected to a server. I misspeak every time I say that StreamYard is software. It's not. It's a computer domain website. You send your signal to StreamYard, and they in turn send it down to YouTube. And the reason that this is successful is because you're not relying on your computer to provide software to upload. It's their equipment. They have big servers, so they can handle the bandwidth, even though they only give you a minimal amount of resolution. But it eliminates the need for you to have a big computer and software to broadcast your signal out like other people have. I think it is, Laurie. I'm not too familiar with it, but I've heard the title before. But if people disagree with me and want to support Tim, that's fine. I can't control what people think, but the only thing that I would wish is if people are going to be abusive, they don't need to be in here. They can go and badmouth me over on BitChute, Gab, Telegram, all these places. Okay, let's see. All right, Kendra.
Hey Mert, I just wanted to let you know that Phil McConnell told me that when Tim and Randy stayed at his home, that they shared a bedroom, and he heard a certain kind of noise coming from their room at night, if you get what I mean.
Uh-huh. Well, that's been the rumor that they're very intimate with each other. It's one of these things you can't confirm, but it would make sense because her husband has not seen her in almost 2 years now. So, yeah, the chat is still on here. Are you on a PC or a smartphone? Some certain smartphones might not show the chat well, and if you're on a PC, sometimes you have to change this. You have to manipulate the size of your browser and stuff so you can see the chat. Yeah, Field McConnell, there's things he's done. He's no better than anybody else. But at the time all this was going on, when Tim got involved with Field McConnell, I wasn't really concerned with Field McConnell, other than the fact that he was saying things inappropriate about Kim Picasio. Tim Homestead has been my only concern. Now, I don't care what Field McConnell does. Okay, I'm still getting the devices not connected there, so I don't know. It's the same problem we had before. But, I wish Phil McConnell well. He's off the internet, as far as I know. He doesn't bother Kim anymore, as per court order. So Phil McConnell's free to do anything he wants, as long as he leaves everybody alone. Let me go to private chat again. Yeah, I'm not sure what the problem is with your device there, but I'm getting a screen and it says device is not connected. So I don't know if the problem is the software or your equipment. And talking in private message, so we're getting stuff all over the place here. She is on all three, haven't fired up the main computer, but the chat seems stable. Three. I've got two channels open at the same time. Yeah, I think her problem is a software or in her equipment. I think I am blocked from seeing comments on YouTube. It's not at my end. I don't know what the situation is there. That's why I put your stuff up. Who's Patriot Hour? Okay, Patriot Hour.
Why did you people try to plant DNA in Timothy's underwear?
I didn't. That's a lie. And how in the hell would somebody do that anyway? Of course, he's blocked his mic. See, this is, somebody made this idiotic statement. Now, how would somebody plant DNA in a closed package and now, I got about 9 things going at once here. And this idiot that called in, I thought that was kind of phone, tablet, and laptop. There was a thing written on Telegram that by somebody that said someone that Randy had bought Timmy underwear. And while Timmy was taking a shower, Randy noticed something funny about this package of underwear. And so she looked at it, figured it was tampered with, showed it to Timmy, and they burned the underwear. And her claim was that somebody planted DNA in the underwear for, I don't know, get him implicated in a crime or something. But this is the thing. They go to, say, Walmart to buy underwear. How is the individual who allegedly planted the underwear going to know, number one, that they're going to Walmart to specifically buy underwear, that number two, that they know which package out of hundreds of packages in a Walmart or store stock that they are going to buy, and how are they then going to be able to plant this evidence in the package without anybody noticing that the package has been tampered with? Nobody answered that question. Makes no sense at all. And yeah, what I'm getting is, okay, another private, I'm getting a message. I got this. I'm going to put this in the room. I had this posted in chat or in another area. Yeah, maybe somebody's blaming it on the infiltrator. Okay, yeah. Boy, things got quiet. Hi, Catherine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, that's all she knows how to do is F with people. She's got people over there that think she's doing the Lord's work and is going to save all these children and blah 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 blah, and they send her money. I mean, they're making a boatload of money over there. They got 35,565 subscribers, and that's a potential of $750,000 per month, or even per week that they're pulling in. So, it's a staggering amount of money that these people are making off these lies. And that's all it's about. Yeah, so you can't, that's why I got pictures of Tim Homeseth in front of me. Yeah, what's this about? Yeah, Lori, I've been doing that. Yeah, it's slowly sinking. I think the bulk of the figures there, they probably did the stunt people did on YouTube a while back, and that is they go out and buy users. Because the ratio, I don't think the video was faked. I think the dates are wrong, but I studied the video and it seems authentic to me. But the thing is, all he did was go up and talk to a caretaker, and that's it. There's nothing there that says that anything was given to Lynn Wood or anything. It's just the guy went down to the gate of the plantation, talked to a guy in a pickup truck, and left. And that's it. Yes, she was. She was allegedly stealing, or, getting money through the sovereign citizen malarkey and the CPS malarkey. So I pretty well sure of that. All right, what I can do is this. I am going to send you my email address. And you can send me the information that way, and I can study it and make another video of it. Frightful Harrow. Whew.
I mean, come on now. Think about it. How desperate do perverts have to be to plant DNA in Timothy's underwear? He is my hero, and I'm glad that Randy caught on to that. And
oh, that's a rich one. Frightful Harlow. You don't have a brain. How? Explain to the world, Harlow, how someone knew when Randy was going to go shopping for underwear, in which package out of all the hundreds of packages was she going to select? And how did someone get the evidence, DNA, whatever you want to call it, in the underwear? And how do we know it was DNA? You people come up with these fantastical theories, and you don't explain how this can be done. This is the absolute stupidest thing I have ever read in my life. And then you people come in here and you fall for it. It's stupid. Of course, these are the same idiots that believe JFK Jr. is alive, and that somehow JFK Jr. planted himself on the head of one of the presidents at the monument, and nobody knew about it. I mean, somebody flies a helicopter at Mount Rushmore, plants this reincarnated dude at the top of the monument, and I mean, come on, you're smoking bad weed or something to come up with that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was David Strait. That guy is such a moron. He's the one that came up with this JFK Jr. being on Mount Rushmore. I mean, are you kidding me? It's a federal park. It's got all kinds of park rangers in there. If somebody was pulling a stunt like that, you'd have a park ranger out there. Oh my God, look at this. There's some dude up on the top of Mount Rushmore. Give me a freaking break. These people are absolutely insane. All this is some weak-minded troll calling in here, has nothing better to do on a Saturday night except this, make this night. He's probably the one that posted it. Jeez. But, David Strait is where Timmy got all these ideas. David Strait said, oh, we got this idiot over in Minnesota. He'll believe anything we tell him. He's the best patsy we ever had. And sucked them right in. And, Randy apparently knew David Strait, introduced the two of them to each other, and the rest is history. David Strait's as Looney Tunes as anybody else on the internet. And then there's that character that pretends that he's got the patent on the U.S. flag. Oh, really? She sounded like a he. I appreciate that one. But it's still, somebody is brain dead over there. Because, the things they come up with. I mean, it's bad enough that they talk about vampires, fish people, reptile people, clones, all this stuff. It's just absolutely insane. I don't know. I guess it's an addiction. But actually, they're entertaining me with this stuff because, it makes them, because in the normal world over here, it shows how insane they are. Right now, these people are over on BitChute and Telegram, Gab and Rumble and all that. And it's a small, compact area. They're not in the mainstream. And so they get into, definitely clip it. That's fun. But, remember, I did a segment on this. This person is saying that Randy is buying Timmy his underwear. Timmy can't even buy his own underwear. He's got to have this cougar buy it for him. Yeah, she has turned, the thing of it is, they're preaching to the choir over there. People go to that channel or that website that believe in that stuff. It's easier to argue with someone that agrees with you than it is to argue with somebody that does not agree with you. And it's perfectly boring if you ask me. But the thing of it is, you're seeing now, these people don't even agree with each other. Ever since Tim Homesat turned on Lynn Wood, everybody's been running around fighting with each other because there are people that support Lynn Wood. And they're not happy with Tim Homesat, and these are people that used to support Tim Homesat. So he shot himself in the foot. And it happened with, I did. She's 10 years older than Timmy. Same thing happened with Anonymous. Anonymous at one time, they agreed with each other, they did things together, and then all of a sudden it blew apart because it's the group dynamics principle, or the leadership principle, both actually, where someone always wants to be at the top of the food chain. Somebody wants to be the biggest deal. And when that happens, you have this infighting because Timmy wants to be the big deal over on the Patriot movement and on Q and all this, and there are other people over there that want to be on the top of the hill too. So they're going to try and go after each other and knock each other down. This is what happened with Lynn Wood. Lynn Wood wants to be on the top of the heap here, and so does General Flynn. And once they feel threatened that there's a power play going on, all of a sudden you had these people come in and start getting things worked up, and all of a sudden people are taking sides and they're saying Lynn Wood is bad or General Flynn is bad, or they're both bad. You know, over on Telegram, I have seen posts where they're turning against Donald Trump, and I've seen posts on BitChute where they're turning against Donald Trump. Yeah, according to the Post Toxic, Timmy is not even capable of buying his own clothes. I remember reading stuff way back where Randy cleaned his apartment. It was an absolute mess, and she cleaned his apartment, bought him, cleaned his clothes, did all kinds of stuff. He had an old Ford that blew the transmission, so she went out and put a new transmission in it, and then sometime later, she bought him a car. And, you know, it's alleged that he's running all over the place and she's paying his bills. But, you know, exactly 1 year this month, Tim Homseth took over TimothyCharlesHomseth.com. She considers herself a trustee / publisher. And what I'm going to do, I got to... Okay, well, the links aren't showing up. I want to go over to... See, I think... Because if you go over to the blog and then you go to, we got Frightful. Now what are we going to do? Okay, Frightful.
Now, come on, Mark. Why'd you have to cut me off like that? I was trying to...
I didn't cut you off. You hung up.
Conversation.
Yeah. Explain to me how the DNA got on the underwear.
I'm not David Strait, but David Strait is brilliant. I went to one of his seminars, and thank God Randy foiled the plot for you all to tamper and put DNA in Timothy's boxers.
Explain to me how that was done. Yep, he disappeared. See, he won't answer the question. This is why I let him in here, because this guy's a moron. I don't know if it is or not, because he won't answer the question. He could come back, you know, could be a modern version of a soundboard call. I don't know. But the thing of it is, they make these accusations and they don't explain how it can be done. Because you get this, May of 2021. Let's see, go down here. Okay, on May 19th, 2021, Randy Lynn Erickson, using a picture of her when she was probably 19 years old, became acting trustee publisher. And that's all it is. All that she did was put up this old picture and says that Randy L. Erickson is the acting trustee / publisher of TimothyCharlesHomseth.com. And there you are. But, you know, this has happened before. You know, these people come in and they make these goofy little recordings and then they go away. And this DNA thing is their latest scam. You know, makes absolutely no sense. Because they can't explain their theory. They can make the accusation. Infiltrated bought Haley Cummings' book a year ago this past October. She did. She still don't have it in February. Oh yeah, it's a fake call. Uh, yeah, Randy is 61, 62. Timmy is 52. There's a 10-year difference in the age. I'm running back and forth between two messages here. Why are we talking? Yeah. Well, this came out recently in a post that showed up on Telegram that Randy had gone and bought Timmy this underwear. And while Timmy was taking a shower, interesting that she's in Frightful's back, Timmy was in the shower and Randy spotted this bag of underwear and she noticed that there was something not right about the underwear and she suspected that someone had planted DNA in the underwear. So without doing any forensic examination, without sending it to the authorities or the high command, they burned the underwear. Very paranoid of her. Okay, go ahead. Yep, it's a recording.
What I was saying is Randy spotted it because the boxers look tampered with, and you all have Timothy under surveillance. He's in hiding now.
If we had Timothy in on, you keep expanding on the story, and he cut himself off. Yeah, she says, "Oh, I noticed the box. Why did you buy the box, or even bring it into the apartment if you noticed it was tampered with?" I mean, your excuses make no sense. You might as well give up. You're digging yourself a deeper hole with with this nonsense. Because now, instead of a bag, we're having a box. See, the post specifically said it was a bag of underwear. Bags are sealed plastic by the factory. If you're buying a box of underwear and you notice that the box is tampered, you don't bring the box to the house. And it just trying to make sense out of this accusation is mind-boggling. Well, now he says it's a box of underwear. The post, if I can ever find it, said it was a bag. But the scenario is, here is Randy in the same room as Timothy Homesat taking a shower. That's weird in itself. And she notices this underwear. And she noticed that the underwear has been tampered with. Now, what is there? Some big stain on there? What? DNA is microscopic. That would have to be a boatload of underwear, a boatload of DNA for it to show up. Yeah, it's dumb either way. They're just, they're being their usual weird and lying self. That moron is over here, trolling this channel with this dumb stuff. Alright, what do we got here? White hats. Alright, this is... Whoa, his son. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I'm not under... That Telegram isn't making any sense tonight. Well, yeah, store has cameras and stuff. I mean, if I suspected that someone had tampered with a package of mine, I would immediately call law enforcement. I would immediately give them the box and say, here, somebody tampered with this box. There's something in there. I don't know what it is. And they would, hey, hi there, welcome back. They would investigate. It's common sense. People don't use their common sense because they don't have any, number one, because they wouldn't believe this stuff. I mean, we got, the the story of JFK Jr. landing on the head at Mount Rushmore is idiotic. It's federal land. You're not going to get permission to land anywhere. It's controlled airspace. You can't even fly a helicopter over Mount Rushmore. I mean, come on, people. Use your brain. Of course, you got to have a brain to use it. To sit there and actually believe this crap. Holy moly. I mean, and this comes up on top of Tim Holmseth claimed that somebody tried to put drugs in his Ford because the mirror was hanging down. And why would cops go through all that trouble? All they got to do is pull them over and do a sleight of hand and planted evidence. You don't have to tear the guy's car apart. You could stick it, you could throw it under the seat, and all of a sudden, all that, it's idiotic. And then the tire thing. Timmy put up this big thing about somebody knifed his tires, and he had to go through all this trouble. He had to air the tire out to get it over to the gas station. It went down. And showed a picture of the tire. The tire had 5 holes in it. Big holes. Not these little tiny pinholes, big holes. Somebody had taken a knife and gone bam, 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 bam. All the way around the circumference of the tire. This was supposed to have been done on the mounted on the car. And at that time, I happened to have a car exactly like his. And you can't get under the car to stab the tire that many times, number one. And number two, if you stab the tires 5 times, you're going to be wearing a car. You're going to get crushed to death because there's no clearance. Either that or this guy's going to have nice long arms, which means he'd be the greatest basketball player in the world. And I was told that by the guy that fixed the tire. I went over to the garage when I was in East Grand Forks and talked to the guy. And he says there is no way that happened. And he said, number 2, the tire wasn't on the car. It was in the trunk. He brought it over and showed it to him in the trunk. He said he had changed the tire. But when I called him out on it, he actually went to the police department and reported the incident. He lied. If I had not challenged him to do a police report, he would not have gone over there. He didn't, He got pulled over by a cop on the way to court one day because he was stupid enough not to put on a seatbelt. And he claimed, somebody claimed he was wearing the seatbelt. Well, if you look at the video, he was not wearing a seatbelt. And, he said, well, I'm recording you because I think you're going to do something to me. And, I am Timothy Charles Holmseth. You know who I am? The cop said, no. All I know is you're not wearing your seatbelt. Yeah, that's filing a false report, but the cops told me, he said it's not worth bothering with. They were just glad to see him gone. When he skipped on court, the East Grand Forks Police Department was happier than hell because he hasn't bothered them since. He used to harass those people day in and day out for years. So yeah, they said the hell with this shit, and they don't want him back. They're crossing their fingers and hoping somebody doesn't arrest him because they don't want him. East Grand Forks did not issue the warrant. The warrant was issued by the county court, and it would be the county sheriff that would get possession of him, not East Grand Forks. So they're happy about that one. But it's just that nobody in East Grand Forks likes him at all. Not even the pizza place where he used to work. I had a nice long talk with a detective up there, and they are just, glad he's gone. He says, God, I'm glad he's gone. And they, in the following May of that year, they had the chance to arrest him, and they didn't because of COVID. They said, we're not going to bring this guy in during a COVID pandemic. So we don't care about him. As long as he stays out of the state of Minnesota, we want nothing to do with him. And so that's what's happened. He's just not in the state of Minnesota, and because he's not in the state of Minnesota, they won't touch him. It's a misdemeanor warrant. It's only good in the state of Minnesota and Florida. He's got one in Florida too. But the guy has got a criminal record, and you can go and do a search on him. He's been convicted of trespassing, and he's been convicted of grand theft. And you don't hear a word about that on any of these social media. They shut up about it because they don't. Yes, he does. He has a felony. It's felony trespassing and felony grand theft. 2 convictions. And, it's a matter of public record. And there's a docket out there with the cases on it. And I don't know how many drunk driving charges he has. I mean, in the space of a month, they were arresting him left and right. And, Richard, it's a misdemeanor warrant. Extraditing somebody across a state costs money. You have to send a car down there with a sheriff deputy that probably makes $30-40 an hour to bring him back. Why spend that kind of money, put him in a county jail, and risk COVID infections because he refuses to take the vaccines or the jab or whatever you want to call it. So he's a health risk. So just let him go. Linda, what the Post said is that Timmy was taking a shower, and while Timmy was taking a shower, Randy was looking at this bag of underwear. Maybe she was going to get a pair out for him, and noticed that it looked like it had been tampered with. Now, she didn't, the Post didn't detail what made her think it had been tampered with, but it was clearly a bag of underwear. Now, Walmart sells underwear in clear plastic bags, so you can see the color and style of the underwear, whether it be boxers or briefs. Now the details out there that he wears boxers. And so when she noticed this tampering, there was a conversation between her and Timmy, and they burned the underwear. Didn't call law enforcement, didn't call the government agencies they worked with, they didn't call President Trump, they didn't call the Joint Special Operations Command or the Judge Advocate General, which is for the military stuff they're doing. They burned it. They burned the evidence. So any chance of finding out who tampered with their underwear, they just blew it. Because, number one, it never happened. There was no... It's just like they said, oh, somebody tried to poison my husband with radioactive stuff. Yeah, right. That'd be national news if that happened, because that's just like that Russian guy that died from radioactive poisoning. They make this stuff up. I mean, Timothy Charles Homseth claims that the former Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence, flew to Minnesota to supervise his assassination. That Vice President Pence considered Tim Homseth so important that he tried to get him assassinated, and that it took these 6 Marines, or 6 Navy SEALs, to rescue him. And he even started a donation campaign so he could pay the expenses of these 6 Navy SEALs that protected him from getting assassinated by the Vice President of the United States. Infiltrated, pointed. Yeah, I'm going to put this in the room. Yeah, this is not the first time this thing with drones has come up. When Kirk Pendergrass claimed that there were drones at his house, at Phil McConnell's house while they were there. Now, the thing about drones, they are incredibly noisy. I have several of them, and you can watch YouTube videos of drones, and they are noisier than all get out. And it would be obvious as hell if there was a drone. Well, I know there's no drones, but what I'm saying is, you'd see it, you'd hear it, and say, "Oh, there's a drone." Eep! Thing sounds like the world's loudest mosquito. You cannot miss a drone. Go watch YouTube videos, and there you are. They, 150, 200 feet away. Eep! Dogs chase after them. They're so loud. At 50 feet, you'd lose your hearing. Well, you can buy a cheap drone for $100, and you can program it to hover, and and you can also make it do all kinds of little whirly, trick type thingies, and you can make some pretty good videos with the drone. So the only problem with that is as long as you're not charging. It's a complicated thing to put on YouTube because the FAA feels that since you're putting it on YouTube, YouTube's making money off your videos, and that gets into a licensing thing. It's really stupid. The FAA has taken the fun out of drones because of things they do. But there's ways to simulate a drone and get the kind of shots you want, because that's what I do. I know how to set stuff up like that. But because of this thing, I'd have to get the special license by the FAA in order to make footage to put up on YouTube of me and the drones. So that's where we stand on that one. Okay, I'm gonna check again. Okay. I guess, these people, just don't know how to do research. Prayer Warrior makes this statement, or asks this question on Telegram. Why is Mert so obsessed about Tim? Mert is comparing himself to Lynn and saying they are being mistreated by Tim. Then he blatantly speaks his support for Kim Picasio. That post really doesn't make any sense. Now, this is how stupid these people are. Now, Prayer Warrior should be able to read about what's going on with Lynn Wood. Lynn Wood is being accused of things that he did not say or did not do. Because Timmy wasn't able to get an interview, or Lynn Wood wouldn't give him the time of day. I am being attacked by Tim Holmseth because I support Kim Picasio, and I call him out on his lies. Now, what is so hard about Prayer Warrior not understanding that? This is how stupid these people are. They don't understand what the issue is here. I am being lied about. Period. And then Mert talking crap about Tim and voicing his support for Kim Picasio. So somebody is recording this chat and piping it into Telegram. I guess if you want to waste your time doing that when people could come over here and watch it live, knock yourself out. I got nothing to hide. Using something called Easy Voice Recorder Pro.
Recent sightings. Now the last images of Timmy, I think, was in January.
Yeah, that's pretty. The recording in Telegram is when I was talking about the last time Timmy was seen on video.
Apparently, he claimed to have made a second trip to see Lynn Wood, and there's actual audio of him.
So, wave to the Telegram people. Hey, Telegram people, hi. Yeah, he did a pretty good job of the recording on that time. Usually you guys make crappy recording, but that one's actually pretty good. So you're improving your skills a little bit. Yeah, of course they need enemies. They gotta have the money coming in. The recording app they use is easy. It's
Recent sightings.
Well, I don't know where it went. It's gave the name of the. It's Easy Something Recorder MP3. It's I've got something similar. It's an MP3 recorder. Whoops, how'd they do that? That was weird. Yeah, well, what it is the course. I think it's part 28 or 128 or whatever they call it. It runs a couple $100 to get through the course. There's some free ones, and then there's several different things. They're all over Facebook and YouTube. So you can get the license and then you can go out. But I mean, it's stupid to pay $200-300 just so you can post a video on YouTube. I mean, the FAA is really brain dead when it comes to this stuff. So, yeah. But, for whatever reason they thought, they said, oh, he's picking on poor Timmy, and here's a recording of him picking on. I feel like we are living in the Twilight Zone. Well, Susie, I feel the same way. And it's the zombies in the Twilight Zone that are over on the Pentagon Pedophile Telegram chat. But at least you provide entertainment. Oh, I love this. Yep. My sentiments exactly, Mark. But yeah, these people are funny. But boy, Infiltrated shut up ever since she was kicked out of the PPTF or declared not to be part of the PPTF. She just shut completely up. Well, we'll definitely figure this out. I just, your thing is up there, but I can't get it to come into the room because it says device is not connected, and with that, it won't let me in the room, let you in the room for, communicating. I don't know what to do about that. But so far, nothing much of substance. Been a fun night. These people are a trip. And let me see. I'm just gonna let that idle for a minute. Yeah, that would remind me of that Bill Shatner thing where he looks out the window and he sees someone that looked very much like Timmy on the wing of the airplane. You know, it's like one of those demons that were eating Timmy's intestine. I mean, that was weird in itself when I saw that. Okay, all I see is a green square. Let me redo that and see if it changes. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I appreciate the free advertising. You know, maybe I'll start getting more viewers with all this advertising they're doing on my chat. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's always good to have those things. It's good to have that kind of protection. Well, they'll probably talk about DNA and underwear again. That seems to be their big thing so far. Yeah, it's just strange people. God, I'm gonna look through here. I'd love to find that one post. That thing is so ridiculous. 'Cause I think I took a screenshot of it. Okay, it's not there. Well, it's not where I thought it was. Oh well. One of these days, I'm gonna find that damn thing, 'cause it's funny as shit. I'm just going through this one, 'cause I took a screenshot of that post. And it's not on here. Keep going, keep going. But it's just, it makes absolutely no sense. No. Oh well, so much for that. Yeah, just IBT's getting paranoid. But the thing of it is, IPT doesn't have any allies now, because, you know, the PPTF is basically been outcast. She's been banished from the club. And you don't see Timmy coming in and say, "Oh, I like Infiltrated. She's the greatest thing since Spit Loop." Nope. Not a word. 2,000 Mules. Nope, I haven't seen that. Okay, this is where it should be. Yeah, I'm not finding that. That's, oh well. It's one of those things. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you. Yep, I'm just doing something real quick here. Yeah. This is a very informal, very disorganized chat, so if anybody that's tuning in here for the first time, that's just the way this thing runs. Probably why it's such a small YouTube channel. Okay. Oops. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, that takes care of that. Well, okay, yeah, I'm doing something. Well, thank you. It's basically out of necessity because, you know, when somebody accuses you of being a serial rapist, a serial murderer, and looking like a suspect in a crime, you know, you gotta counteract the lies, you know. And these people over on Telegram don't seem to comprehend that, you know. And then there's other people that are being targeted, and some of these people are being targeted because they were my administrators at one, or my moderators. Apparently, they don't know the difference between a moderator and a administrator. Moderator is somebody that is in complete control of the channel, or did I get that backwards? Because a moderator simply controls whatever the people are saying, and if the administrator, or in this case me, says that this person's not allowed in here, they ban the people. You know. Good night, Jolly. Thank you for being in here, and have a good rest of the weekend, and see you again next broadcast. I may come on tomorrow. I don't know yet. It's, Saturday's getting to be the only day that I really have time to do this stuff. So unless there's something really important, it's not really productive to come on 3 nights in a row. Oops. Oh, that was weird. There we go. Yeah, you click the thing and it turns on, and okay, but is it a copyrighted song, or, you can send me a link to it or something through my email or whatever. Because, everything that Tim's using over on BitChute is copyrighted. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and all you ladies out there have a good Mother's Day and all that. Um, yes, I am retired and on Social Security. This YouTube channel is basically a hobby. I don't. Um, what can I say? It's just like one of 10,000 million YouTube channels out there. It's certainly it is extremely um, hard to make money on the internet and on YouTube. You're better off going over to I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. You know, if people do cat videos and make more money. Um, and you can, yeah. I've been watching lately. I've been watching this guy that's a mechanic for a Napa dealer over or Napa store over in the West Coast, and yeah, I watch him fix cars. And this guy's making a boatload of money on the internet. Just he's getting paid to um, fix the cars, and then he makes money because he sells stuff on YouTube. Or, yeah, sells stuff through, I believe he's got an account over on Amazon where he sells tools and various things. There's another guy that I watched for a while. He was a detailer, and he'd have videos of him cleaning the dirtiest cars you've ever seen in your life on his channel. And he'd sell detailing supplies. And why does it keep doing that? And so, I just have not found a way to make money on YouTube. And it's not really what the purpose is. The purpose here is to combat the lies of these people on the internet. And once we get it can be hard or not. It depends on your ability to work with multimedia. Now, the one thing I will say about StreamYard is they make it fairly easy to do. Because you go to their domain, and they kind of walk you through it, and they help you get put on the air. Yes, I do. There's things that I volunteer for, and it's partly the reason I have a busy schedule during the week. I don't talk about what I do because of the trolls. I don't want them interfering in this, but there's things that I do to volunteer. There's a few people that know what that is, but it takes up a good deal of my time. And I don't sit there and brag about it. I don't say, oh, I do all this, that, and the other thing. I just do it because I don't want people to think that I'm bragging. But, I'm doing stuff to brag about it. I just do it, and I don't talk about it. That's just me. And I watch a lot of, I watch a hell of a lot of television. I have a science background, so I watch science fiction, watch a lot of documentaries. Busy holding down the cot. What's that about? See, the headphones making me itch. And I've been out in the sun all day and got sunburned on the ear. Comment 12 minutes ago. Okay, I will do that. I'll be signing off here shortly. Just gonna read. There's a new. They flock to Linwood like a moth to a flame because he says exactly what they want to hear, and then they blame him when they get singed. Idiots. Wood is at best a provocateur. I hate pronouncing that. Provocator who will say anything to get attention, and at worst a huckster who doesn't even believe himself. It's the devil's fault for tempting you. It's your fault for trusting him. Look inside yourselves first. So Timmy's people is turning on Lynn Wood, just like they turned on Mike Flynn. So the base is disintegrating. But according to this thing, he's got 1,690 views on that video alone. So that's, and if you make $5 a post off of donations, that's pretty good money. So they are in this for the money, because there's ways of getting paid through Telegram that beats YouTube hands down. It's the same with BitChute. Yeah, you can make more money over on BitChute than you can on YouTube. Oh. All right, let me put this over here. Okay, beautiful background music. Okay, we've got the Oracle, Land of the Titans, Ambient Mix, Colorful New York, R.A. the Sun God within the Green, Plain Crystal Tears. Okay, I'm gonna have to yeah, okay, let me go back. Alright, that's this thing would... See, when I try and go on the link, alright, let me do it this way. Because when I go up on a link on my chat, it blocks it. Alright, I gotta do this because it's... Yeah, it won't let me copy and paste because when I highlight over the top of the thing, it makes it so I can't see it, so I can't do the command. But what I'm going to do, I've got it up on the display so I can. Why ain't this working? Oh, it's over here. All right. U-E-B-A. Oh. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, and then we go to 8:17. Boy, that was loud. Alright, you have a good night too, and hopefully someday we can get this technical issue worked out and get you on the air. That was somebody I was talking to in private chat because we're having technical problems. And that was interesting music, but it's loud. God, I almost blew my eardrums out the other side of my head on that. And I'll listen to it later. Okay, where are we at? And with that, I think everybody, I am going to close out. I've got a few things I've got to do before tomorrow. I got to, being Mother's Day tomorrow, there's a couple of things that I've got lined up. And I do appreciate you people stopping in. Yeah, he does have good music. It's, I'll just have to listen to it, and, go from there. Because he's got a lot of selections there I can listen to. But do appreciate everybody coming in. Have a good Mother's Day. All the ladies out there, happy Mother's Day. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and share. And I will be back sometime. I might come back tomorrow. I don't know. Just depends on what happens. See what some of these weirdos do over on Telegram. Maybe I can find a little entertainment over there. But at any rate, be good, be honest, tell the truth, and have a good night, and have a good one. Good night.